Hi, Dav here, and today we have a new episode in the art session series. And today we're going to be doing a voiceover of a recent sketch I did. Now for this one, I did focus more on a profile view. I think I was trying to combine two different references that I had. One was by Andrew Russell, and the other one was from Pang Chui, Cowboy something. I recently did an art review of both of these artists. And yeah, sometimes when you're trying to study something, it's good to combine two different types of like references. And I think this is something that I need to do for myself just because I'm so used to copying things one is to one. And I'm kind of losing that skill of being able to just create something without it being exactly like the thing I'm trying to reference. So this was a good exercise for me, but even though the view is kind of like simple, it's like you're seeing things from the side view. I still think I did a good or an okay job. You know, for the past sketches or drawings, paintings, whatever I've done in this batch, I think I enjoyed this one a little more just because it felt more, I don't know, it felt a little more like freeing. Like I was using some lines, but it wasn't as like, I felt like I could be a little more like abstract, more playful. So maybe my style is just something like this, where it's just more, I know people can have like multiple styles, but I think for me, style is also something that you enjoy the most, right? Because if you enjoy it the most, you're gonna end up doing it the most, and what you do the most is what people will notice the most. So that's what will people attribute to your style, right? I don't know, I just felt very free when I was doing this specific like study painting. It's in grayscale, like you have some white space, some black like shapes, and some grays in between here and there. It reminds me a little bit of the process of Kobe Sek. I believe I've done an art review of the guy way back, but he has this very impressionistic, very playful kind of painting style, and I don't know, I like the way they paint. And I think they mainly paint via, what is it, the iPad or something, or some kind of like standalone tablet. And I believe they're using Infinite, if not Procreate, Infinite Painter. I'm not sure. One of those types of tablets or programs or apps. But in this case, I am using Clip Studio Paint, and yeah. So I think I also used a bit of the lasso selection tool just to figure out some shapes. And again, aside from using the liquify tool, selecting something and then making a copy of it and then transforming it around, I think it's a great way to help save time, because sometimes your shapes won't always look nice. So it's good to have like tools to help change things quickly. And I've done this for so long. Aside from the liquify tool or warp tools, I have been using this technique where I would just copy something and put that on a new layer and then change or transform that specific thing into something a lot more interesting, right? And I think for this piece, I think I mainly used just one brush for the most part. It does have some nice texture to it. It does have a very like a branchy sort of a texture. That's the only way or only word I can think of, branchy. Basically, it's like a bunch of like twigs sort of mashed up together. It just adds a little more like something to your piece. Now you could try practicing with a bunch of brushes, but I think sometimes limiting yourself to one brush is kind of cool, because you don't have to think about anything else. Like you can focus even more on the thing you're trying to work on. And it has a bit of that charcoal look. Obviously, I am using black, white, gray, so it's gonna naturally look a little more charcoal-esque. But I think the textures definitely help as well. And going back and forth between like a line when you need to like figure out how far something will go, and then adding some like big strokes to it. I think that's a very fluid way of approaching art. Instead of doing like a pencil line drawing first and then doing an ink on top of it and then adding the colors and then shadows, that's fine. But if you're someone like me, I recommend this sort of more bolder type of approach where you're just putting it in raw, right? No extra weird sort of stuff. I mean, you can use stuff like, again, liquify, making like lasso selections and then changing them on a new layer. You can do these types of things, but I think this approach of just direct painting may benefit a lot of people, because I think you're gonna struggle if you force yourself to do something that's not natural to you. And I believe I watched a recent episode video from an artist. She has a small YouTube channel. I forgot her name, but I did subscribe, and I found her through a video talking about the exact same thing. And I believe she talked about like starting with blobs, because and I believe she made like a joke about how it's way better than having to draw like a circle for like 30 times before, when you're like trying to draw like a face or something. It's way better to just like add in paint and just figure things out from there. So understand you're not alone. You're not alone. Some of us are just a little more painterly, a little more like value based. Like the detail comes after. So yeah, check out Kobe Sec. Check out Plovium Grandis. You'll see him. I mean, he can draw, sure, but a lot of his work is like painting, and you will notice in the beginning parts of his sessions, they tend to be kind of ugly, and that's kind of the downside, or it's not a downside. It's more of it comes with this kind of approach where in the beginning it's gonna be so messy, like it's just gonna be kind of wild, a bit too abstract, but if you keep pushing, you're gonna be able to add more detail. You're gonna be able to figure more things out. Your shapes, your edges are gonna be a lot cleaner because you obviously have the opportunity to make those finer like paints or paint overs. So that's the thing you have to just think about. You have to push through that ugly phase. And also for this sketch, I think I did copy the helmet of one of the drawings of Andrew Russell, but the body I decided to make it like a jacket or something. Now again, for the jacket, I had no reference. I was just making things up as I went, so it's not very accurate. It's very abstract, but that's the thing. It still looks kind of cool, and that's the thing, or that's why I think I liked this the most. I just felt like I could just be me. That's so weird to say. Yeah, it just felt a lot more like freeing, and I wasn't so like nervous because I felt like I could just paint over it very quickly. So you want to look for that feeling when you're doing art, right? So yeah. Again, one brush. Maybe this time try to pick a brush that has a little more texture to it. Because with one brush, if it has enough like difference, you can make it into like a pencil sort of brush where you can draw things with it. You can add some details with it, some fine lines. You can add some fine lines through this brush, or you can make it super big and it would still have like a lot of texture and make everything look kind of cool. So play around with the brushes. Just try to find one that you can both sketch with via lines and you can paint with big strokes, right? And yeah, that adds to the flexibility, right? Which will help you feel a lot more, I guess, free when it comes to like painting, and you won't have to worry about going back and forth between different tools too much. And again, I recommend playing with the liquify tool if you want to make some quick adjustments, playing around with the selection tools like the lasso selection tool, and then transforming that specific thing you selected, right, to the way you want to. And yeah, so I did like the sketch. Hopefully try your own sort of painting in this kind of like style, a more freeform, freestyle kind of painting / drawing approach. And yeah, again, let's get through that ugly phase and you'll be fine. So there you go. So that's it for this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.